Hey y'all. So it's been a minute since I've put out a video or done a live, and this isn't a live. However, I am filming it this way. Sometimes it's just easier, and in this case, it's mainly because my memory on my phone is completely full. Um, I was lucky to take a picture for the thumbnail, but I've been to a couple concerts recently, including last night, and took a lot of videos, took a lot of pictures, and I haven't went through everything yet and put things on the computer and done all that type of stuff. So that's where we're at. And so this is how it's getting done. And I was just really anxious to do this. Um, I'd been waiting for this book to arrive for a while. It came from Italy. It's Grazia Salvo's newest book, Brightness. It is collection or book 3 from her Women of Flowers collection. And so it finally got here today, actually. And I was so excited. I'm going to do a flip through of this book, but I wanted to share with you guys all the other Grazia books that I do have, just to kind of highlight the artist and also to show y'all what's out there. I feel like I'm saying a lot. Sorry. I'm not going to flip all the other books. I think a couple of them I may have a flip video for. I'm not sure. However, I'm going to go through those videos and see, and I'll probably add individual flips for the books of hers that I don't have one up for. And in the meantime, if you want to comment down below and there's a book you see that you specifically want to see through, just comment and let me know. Okay, so this has been out a couple months now, I want to say. About ish that. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Everything's been such a whirlwind lately. I'll have to do a color and chat video, if not next, soon, tomorrow, today, whatever. Because I'm still on Monday mode, but technically it's a little after 2 a.m. So I guess it's actually Tuesday morning, but for me, not yet. And so, yeah, Monday mode, I still am. So obviously it's spiral bound, and let's see, the other 2 books in this collection are spiral bound, and then there's one other book of hers that is spiral bound, and then the others are not. And she has signed it, and pretty much everything. I've bought all my books from her Etsy store, which I will leave a link to her Etsy store down below in the description. And all of them come signed. And there's just one book I have not purchased, which is the Mandala Girls. And she graciously gifted that book to me, and I much appreciate it. It was definitely on my list of wanted to get of hers. So again, it is signed. The paper is good. I've had no problems using my pencils or even other mediums on it. It's not super thick, but you can hear it's got a little weight to it. It's definitely not as thick as a cardstock or something like, if you're familiar with, say, Mariola Budek or Emmanuel Collin, it's not as thick as that. However, it's still nice. Let me grab a pencil. We start with image 1. Lots of beads going on. And I will tell you that I have not fully flipped this book myself. So some of this is going to be a surprise for me. There's only a couple few images that I've actually seen out of this book. It's one of those artists, and it's that type of book that I know I don't have to see inside of it to know I want to get it. So, very pretty. Lots of long tassel going on here. Just a girl with some flowers. And another thing I like about her work is a majority of it, they're, I don't know if you would say they're larger or it's because it's like a more close up view, but you could see like her face is practically the size of my hand. And the reason I enjoy that is because when practicing skin or wanting to really work on some eye detail and practice that kind of work and such, I like having the bigger options instead of itty bitty. It's super hard to get a lot of eyeball detail into tiny eyes, obviously. My voice, you'll have to excuse me, it's a little rough. Again, I defer back to the concert I was at last night. So there was lots of screaming and singing and, concert stuff. And so, yes, my voice is a little raspy, rough, crackly, whatever you want to call it. But that's why. Good time. Talk about that stuff in the color chat to come because I want to focus on this right now. So we have this girl. She's got some tattooing going on, which I appreciate. You get a little initial on each one of the pieces of art as well. Cute little simple heart earring. Again, beautiful big eyes. She always does very beautiful eyes. The pencil part, if you are not familiar, is just so people can't screenshot from the video and steal images from the artist. And I know that I could get all fancy and do some editing and put, a watermark across on the screen and such, but I'm not that fancy. So a pencil it is. I really like her because you get the beauty with short hair. Sometimes we just get these portraits and they're gorgeous and they just are full of long, luscious locks. And that's great. And sometimes I'm in the mood for it, and sometimes I'm not. So I can appreciate a short hair girl. Here we go. She's got the little wavy hair going on. I'm not good to know what the names of all the flowers are. Looks like she has a tattoo peeking out on her shoulder here. Super cute. I love images that have tattoos on them. This girl, what do we say here? I'm trying to think of the wording she used. Culturally diverse images. Would that be the right wordage? Possibly. She's got the dot on her forehead, and some of her garb indicates to me. So here looks like a young girl to me. Very sweet. This I like because there's just one flower. Flowers, I don't know. They make me, I want to say nervous, but petal by petal can be a lot. I like the pattern that she has going on her dress or robe, whatever that is. I like her hair too. This one I'm thinking maybe is a little something Asianish, possibly. Could be wrong. Again, just beautiful faces. Nice large eyes. I like the eyelashes, the big full lips. Looks as though she's lying. Oh, it makes me think of that song. Lay you down on a bed of roses. Beautiful. It is grayscale, but I wouldn't consider it super dark grayscale. I love the flowers that are going down her. This could be one of my first, I'm not sure, from this book. Look at those eyes. And y'all, I'm not going to keep moving my camera. Again, I'm not fancy. You don't have a button to touch to zoom in and out. Let me just bring it up and look at those eyes. Gorgeous. Not as much lashes. They're there, but still beautiful eyes. We have two together. Look at those eyes. She wins on eyes for me. For me, it's, when it's go-to eyeball pictures for me. Love this. Love that she's got this patterned scarf on her head in that way. Cute with a little birdie in her head. And you can tell, it's thick enough that I gotta make sure, is that really just one page there? Love her reading her little book. I don't know, when I color this page, I don't know if I could do it to make it look right or not, and I certainly don't want to mess it up, but it'd be neat to try to add like a title wordage on the page or something. Figure out what book to make it. This one has more grayscale than all the other pictures, but I like how it's just mainly her face that's coming through. A little bit of braid going on. Have a hallway behind her. She's wearing a cloak. Again, just big, beautiful eyes. I like how we have the little branches of things coming out of her hair. A little bit of teeth showing on this one. We got to get the ear. Have to remember. It could be bad for that on some pictures of forgetting to color the ear. Ears and eyebrows seem to be most missed. A lot simpler. Some kind of arch going on behind her. She just does amazing portraits. Loving her. Looks like instead of like a true or, well, a traditional braid, more of a swirl thing happening. Love that. They just all have this, the big, beautiful eyes and the space to work portrait and a certain kind of softness to them. She's beautiful. Be interesting to, because I can know, or I think I know what kind of material this is. Like, I feel like I've touched stuff like this, and you can see that shoulder peeking through. So getting that to have that colored in that way and make it look like that, be see-through, is going to be a bit of a job, but it would be great to do. Love her hair. Super short. Got some extra piercings going on. Love that. So yes, obviously I love tattoos and piercings. I have both. We have a girl with an apple. Let's come up. She has a veil on her head as well. And that's the end. Did it say? I'm not sure what the count was on that. Here you can see this information. So here's all of her socials. I can show you that. So her Instagram, her Facebook page, her Pinterest, Facebook group. So you have all of that information. So like I said, I love this artist. I love her images. If you are a fan of portraits or you want to start portrait coloring, I highly suggest her because, again, like I said, you get that larger or up close type of view and you get more space to be practicing the eyes and working the details and working on your skin and all of that. And so I definitely recommend her for portraits. Now, this is the book 3 from the Women of Flowers collection. And for those not familiar, this is book 2. It's called Loveliness. And again, you're just getting, there's nothing on the backs. Book 1, book 2, and this is book 1, Kindness. And they're all, again, they all come signed. So kindness and loveliness, this certainly are all the Women of Flower collection. All 3 are spiral bound and gorgeous. Now, the other spiral bound book of hers is called Flowers and Gems. This one's a little bit older. Let me see. I think I have. Let's see what I have colored. And this paper is a little different. I'd say the quality. It's not bad paper, but the quality of paper in those books there, the collection, is, I feel like, a little better. This has got a little bit texture to it. So like this is one that I have done. And as you can see how big that face is by my hand. Pretty big. So that's one of them I've done in here, which I've shown on completed pages, and it's on my Instagram, of course. Then, let's see. One of my favorites. I know a lot of you are familiar with this one, Wild Soul. I This is a hardback book. I love this book. Um, it was out of print for a little while, and then she brought it back, and you can even purchase it on Amazon. Last I seen and knew, which wasn't too terribly long ago, you could get it on Amazon in a soft version, and I think the paper might be different in that. But I got the hardback version off her website a while back. Again, it's even numbered. I have 1,099 out of 1,550 copies. And let's see, I know I colored one in here. I think it's a quite popular book to color from, but I think yeah. And I've colored only one and then wished I hadn't, because certain books I like to scan and print on my own paper, just to preserve the book itself. Not that way I can just continuously color if I wanted to do the same image again or something. And sometimes my daughter wants pictures, and so, anyway, so this is one of the ones I've done out of this book. In this book, it's going to be like this. It's going to be a girl or a woman with some kind of critter. And this one happened to be the rabbit. Again, these are it's shown in completed pages and stuff, but just to show you an image from the book itself. And so that is A Wild Soul by Grazia. You see some of the images on the back. This one right here for this month, so it'll be in her completed pages. Appetite for Coloring, Tanya. Her channel, if you're not familiar, go check her out and subscribe. She was working on this because of a fur prompt from Shannon Choppenhay's channel. It has been putting out coloring prompts for everyone, and her prompt was fur, and so this is the one that Tanya was doing. So you will see that. So there's two other people to check out as well. And this is the book that Grazia gifted me. So when Brightness came, I got this Mandala Girls. And as you see by the cover image, pretty much all of the pictures, let me see, we got some on the back. All of the pictures are girls that are tattooed in that way. I guess they're tattooed. Is that what seems tattooed to me? So yeah. I like it. It's a little different add to the whole portrait deal. So I'm excited to color from that one. And then the last two are kind of more specialty books, I guess. This is I consider one of my precious books. This is called Lady Spring. Again, hardback. We have like a rose gold foiling on the cover. And I love this book. And one of the reasons I love the book, I mean, it's beautiful, but it's a collab book. And oh, I love that. I love to get a taste of several different artists. 6 to be exact in this book. And you got Carolina Kubikoska, who I love, and I have all of her books. And I actually ordered, trying to see. Sorry. I'm looking. She signed it by her name because that's who I ordered it from to get her signature was Carolina Kubikoska. Then we have Isabella I'm not even going to play like I can say it. And then Anna, I'm not going to play, which is super good. I like her a lot. I have some of her other stuff. Christina Norwalk, I like her a lot. I have one of her other books, and I'm getting another one soon. But another one of her books I have is the Salvic Beauties. Super good book. And then, of course, as we know, Grazia Salvo. And then Barbara, something that I don't want to butcher. But there's an up close view of those names. Again, it's Lady Spring. And you get, trying to remember, I want to say there's like 5. Yeah. So there's 5 images from each. So there's only 5 images in this book from Grazia Salvo, but I wanted them. And I wanted the images from the other gals, especially Carolina Kubikoska, the Anna, and Christina. The other 2 I was not familiar with. However, I like them. And I've since looked them up and into the other things they have. So this is kind of a specialty book just because of the whole collab aspect of it. And then last but not least, this is just a little, I have a few of these somewhere else too. Well, not somewhere else. They're over there on my shelf. I know where they are. Had came with orders. So you get some things like that too when you order. And this one is called Emma's Tale. And this is our Inktober book from 2020. Now, what she did, which is interesting, was instead of just taking Inktober for anyone who, and I'm going to totally have to get a sip. My throat's like screaming at me. Sipping my tea. That's how I do tea. Peach tea. I brew tea here at home for my husband, but that's mine. Okay, so Inktober is a thing that comes out every year, and lots of artists and whomever, they get they have these prompts, and every day for the whole month of October, they draw something to their interpretation of the prompt. And so she participated in October this year of 2020, and she wanted to add something to it. And so what she did was she kind of made a story out of it. And so she wrote a story and made each prompted day correlate to that. And so she's got this whole little storybook with her images. Again, hardback. It's kind of thicker, not too thick. If we look at like the Lady Spring, which is kind of your normal thickness of a bunch of different books I have. You see how much thicker it is. And again, like I say, it's signed. I love that. And the belongs to page. I'll have to totally do a flip of this. These were all the prompts. I mean, dizzy. Like, I don't know. It's amazing what people can come up with. And I love, and I've heard this elsewhere too, that it's fun to see all of the different interpretations of each prompt that comes in every year with this going on. So then in between the pages, so like over here, we have a bit of the story and the image that she did. And then you have a little note area. So it's kind of journaly too. And then another paragraph or whatever of the story, and then the thing. And it just goes on and on through the whole thing like that. And then the back is just a few extra note pages. It's got a little bit of doodly thing happening. And it says space to express your thoughts and feelings. This is another one that I know that I definitely want to do a flip of, just because I thought it was different. That's why I consider it one of the specialty books of hers, um, being that it's based around her Inktober for that year and how she storyfied it and all that. So let's see. Yeah, that's that. I know that I got this with my brightness order. This small little, and it's so cute. I'm like, oh, it's spiral bound too. Ain't how cute. We just have one image for the cover, and it's just a blank notepad. But I like it. I appreciate it. I love when the artists want to include little extras, and we get all the goodies like that. The stickers, all that. So there were, on the box that the books was in, there was a thank you sticker with her name on it. Oh, I carefully peeled that off and add that to my swatch book. And a thank you sticker that was on the wrapping swatch book. This is my swatch book. So you can see, so this is the one I just got today with her name. And so the thank yous, and these are just different. Let's see if y'all recognize that one. So that's from another YouTuber, Emily the illustrator. Um, that's for her channels. There's another one you can go check out. That's from Mariola Budak, Anastasia Ellie Cold Riviera. I'm gonna pretend like I said that all correct. Carolina Kubakaska, another Grazia. So yeah, I just do that. So these are all of my Grazia books. And this is the 3-book collection with the newest one on top. The latest and greatest, Brightness by Grazia Salvo, book 3 of the Women of Flowers collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment, ask a question. Tell me specific books you've seen here in this pile that you would definitely like to see a full flip through of. I like doing book flips, honestly, especially for the idea that I could possibly be introducing someone to an artist that they had never heard of before and that they actually like and they want to check out and go buy from them, because I have discovered a lot of artists and their books that same way by watching other YouTubers, be a flip video or a book collection video or even a shopping haul, that I would probably never would have discovered on my own had I not saw it in someone else's video. And so I love doing it because it allows that possibility for especially new people coming into the coloring community. I just love it. And I love to shine a light on artists like this and just say, hey, this is a really good one. And I personally enjoy it a lot. Look at all the stuff they have if you did not know. So yeah, again, like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not already. Always welcoming new people. Thank you for watching if you've been here before. Thank you for watching to anyone. And until next time, later, y'all.